Hi folks, okay, it's me again. What time is it, Alexa? Alexa, what time is it?
It's 12:39 a.m.
And Alexa, what date is it? Alexa, what date is it?
Today is Tuesday the 17th of October.
Do you know, I swear to God, she's got an attitude. There's only one of them in this house, and that'll be me. Okay, hi family. Gonna zoom in. This is gonna be very brief. Just to let you know that they're around. Can't say any crafts flying, but just recently, this last few moments, looked out the window. Hi family. Now I've got a lurgy starting. It might just be 24-hour thing, so I'm not going to be on here for hours like I have previously. I've said previously regarding the news and world events, and that things that are going off in various countries, it's all scripted and it's all to do with keeping our energetic frequency low. Is that correct, family? Okay, so wars were created, religions were created, race was created, racism, sexism was all created to cause a division and to keep our energies low and keep us from connecting with each other. I'm going to move the phone to the centre. Here we go. Just planting away. Okay, I'm going to move, okay. I don't watch the news, but every sort of, I don't know how, but every sort of now and again, and it's moved to the left-hand side, a sort of like glimpse, sort of headlines of what's going on in the world. Okay, if you look at the world, everything's escalating, and everything's hate-based. I'm going to move the phone again to the centre, and that's been done deliberately. I keep saying that the parasites are stepping up their agenda to create as much fear and anxiety and as much division on earth as possible. So the war in Ukraine with Russia, Palestine conflict that's been going on for whatever amount of time, because it's 70 years, over 70 years now. And look how that first started. Now you can argue, I'm going to be very upfront, and I will always support Palestine. I will support the people of Palestine and the oppressed people. Okay, that's my stance. So I am biased when I talk about various cultures and societies and civilizations. I am biased towards the underdog. Okay, and I am very aware of that, so it guides me, even though I'm aware of it. I'm trying to be as neutral as possible when I speak to my family regarding what's happening in the world, and to pose my question as neutral as possible without getting emotive. Yeah, without my emotions being involved and without my anger being involved. This is the time, and I keep saying, don't read the news. Seriously, don't. You know, if you're going to read the news, if you're going to read one report on one issue, a right-wing newspaper, read a left-wing report on the same issue. Okay, and even then, if you can get a third from different countries and their viewpoint and what's going off, read their commentary on the current situation, whether you're reading about Israel and Palestine, whether you're reading about Ukraine and Russia, whether you're reading about Aborigines. The latest one, have you heard about the Aboriginal people, the first people, this flying craft? Let me just go back to normal, see it flying about. Hi Wayne. Disappeared. it's gone flying upwards. Okay. So always, if you want a balanced viewpoint, some people just like their cognitive diffidence, is it cognitive diffidence? And biases confirmed. So they read the same newspapers. Yes, the asylum seekers coming over here stealing our jobs, blah, 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 blah. And the Muslims are causing the problems with everything. Some people, if you're like that, don't listen to me because I will fuck your head up. You don't listen to me. Don't, you know, if your opinions are so strong and so unshaking, a black woman talking to UFOs is just going to fuck your head up. A black woman saying racist, it's bad news to be a racist. It's just going to fuck your head up. So don't listen to me. Don't watch my videos. Don't tune in, because this is not me. This is not who I am, and this is not where I'm coming from. And if I was like that, there's no way my family would be contacting me. I keep fucking dropping heavy hints. I'm just saying it straight as. If I was that opinionated and that biased and that hate-filled in my approach to people, there's no way my family, I want family to confirm this, will be in contact with me. Is that correct, family? Let me just move it. I'm moving the camera slightly. Leaking away. Can you confirm that? Okay. Anybody that has contact, nobody will have contact that's full of hate. Nobody will have contact with high beings unless that changes. Unless you have an epiphany and they change the way your heart resonates, you won't have contact. You won't get that connection. You won't get that connection. Okay. So what I'm saying is, you don't even have to believe what I believe, but just keep yourself open and do not be swayed or be so stuck in your opinions about certain subjects. Things are going to change. You're going to see a change. Nobody would believe this is happening. Whoever's watching this now, can you believe this is happening? It's illogical for it to happen, isn't it, really? Family, agree? It's not supposed to happen. If you listen to all the experts, and that's why I keep saying to you, go and listen to the UFO so-called experts. Go and listen to the people that are being a so-called awakening. You don't have to do X, Y, and Z to be in contact with your clan, to be in contact with your God. Just don't be full of hate. Make sure you're... And the only thing that feeds off hate is these parasites. That's the reason racism was put in place. That's the reason sexism was put in place, and the division of religions was put in place. The creator didn't create societies to be like this. This was done deliberately over, I don't know how many millennium to where we are now. So even the energies on Earth are not supposed to be this heavy. Is that correct, family? So I'm going to go now because it's been about 35 minutes. So yeah, read about the first Aborigines and what's been done to them, and I'm saying that because I want you to get how these parasites operate. And I'm calling them parasite because I'm not talking about the white people of Australia, even though they're saying it was their vote or whoever voted, but the original people of Australia have been wiped out. So there only are 3.8% of them. They've been there for 6,000 years, 600,000 years, 60,000 years, something. Go and look it up. There's another flying craft. I'm just going to zoom out. Okay, and in their Australian Parliament, they voted whether or not to give the first original people of that land institutional rights, constitutional rights in their statute books. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it? Zoom in. Okay. So the people of Australia voted whether or not the original people of the land should have their constitutional rights be registered in their parliament, in their government or whatever, and they voted no. I want you to think about that, no matter what race you are, no matter what sex you are, no matter if you're X, Y, or Z, just to think about that. The original people, one of the original people on Earth. I'll get my family to confirm that. So is that correct? Is the original Aborigines? There's loads to go on about that. I want to go about another time where it never started in Africa. The history of Earth has been so diluted and so fucked up and so twisted that it's not how we have been told it has been. It never started in one continent and people migrated. It didn't happen like that. But I'm just going to get my family to confirm. Can you confirm that the Aborigines are one of the original people on Earth? Okay, what's left of that? And they were massacred, literally massacred in their homeland. There's another craft flying. Hopefully it's going to fly upwards so you can see it. Can you see it? The lights flicker. Now again, and I'm going to keep saying this, they've made this into a race issues. They've conditioned people to be so disconnected from each other that somebody's skin colour, somebody's race makes them seem lesser than somebody else, somebody with a lighter skin tone. Yeah, I'm not going to fuck about somebody with a white skin tone, but this is happening to all of us, no matter if you're white, blonde hair, blue-eyed. They are doing this to original people of the land. I said something like this earlier on, that if you look at the people that have been suffered genocides and their culture, just look at who has and who perpetrated that. Okay, this affects us all of us. Okay, blonde hair, blue-eyed, wherever you may be, this affects all of us. This is what's happening now on Earth in your lifetime. And just for you to be aware, this is happening by entities that are not even human. Is that correct, family? And this has always been done, and these entities have been on Earth and create as much division and as much pain as possible. Okay, so when the Prime Minister of Australia pretended to cry and says, oh, you know, and he wasn't even crying. Go back and watch. Go back and watch. There's some political leaders that shouldn't be in place, including the unelected Prime Minister of Britain, previous ones before him. But this is how the society is now, the drip, drip, drip effect, where we can witness such atrocities and not to do anything and not speak out and know that it's horrendous, but be blasé about it. And it's not a time for people to be blasé. And I'm not saying to you to march to Australia right now and Australian embassy and bang on their doors and blah, blah, blah. But go into your heart. Connect with your God. Connect, whatever you may call it, her, and whatever sex you want to label them as. Connect with your God. Connect with your heart. And this affects everyone. What's happening in Palestine affects everyone. What happens to one person or will fix, it's like a butterfly effect. And if you let one thing go and not comment and not react and not, you can be angry, but also send love out to the people. And sort of, if you read a post and you want to write something that's supportive, fantastic, but you don't have to. And don't think, oh, it's happening to them. It might happen to us. Yes, it is happening to us. I keep saying about people, we are all being targeted. I'm being targeted. You are being targeted. No matter who you are, you think you are. Even the creature beasts are being targeted. They've been targeted more than fucking most because they've signed up for this. They've signed up to have entities attach themselves to them to feed off them, and they're dependent on the entities to kill them. But they weren't told this in the beginning. Their beastmasters even lied to them. Okay, I think I know when a mill stops. dispersing even more. Thank you, family. So that's about, yeah, that I'm not going to go, I might touch on race at another time, but not as a battering ram to make white people guilt. I hate that term, and to say that so when there's any discussion regarding race and there's white people there and, well, what can we do, and white people guilt, this is not about, you need to get over that. If you're feeling guilty, it's not about you. If you've got a heart and you can love and you can feel this, you know it's not about you. You need to get over trying to make black people shut up because you feel embarrassed about somebody that looks like you in your skin tone in this lifetime has done something in the past. You need to get over that shit. Okay? You need to just get over it. Okay? And just acknowledge and let black people acknowledge what is happening and how they feel. Because it affects you as well. In your next lifetime, you don't know what you could be reincarnated into, what skin colour you could be reincarnated, what country you could be born onto. And this is being done by very, very few people, in inverted commas, not even people. Very, very few. Okay, I'm going now. I was going to say something else, but I won't because it'll just spoil the message. Thank you, family. Thank you. So, like I say, issues around the world, even in France. Just look at the unrest it's causing. Just look. And I don't, like I say, I don't watch the news. I purposely don't watch the news. But like on your news feed, things come up, and then told certain things from my family, and this is all pre-planned. And don't let them feed your anxiety or fear or hatred. I'll give you an example. I started now. The President of the United States, I think, the old guy that likes touching young girls up, apparently he said he'd seen pictures of Hamas where they had beheaded infant children. Is that correct, family? In a news report this a few days ago. Okay, a few days afterwards it turned out that he had lied. Is that correct, family? I want you to think about that for a minute. This is the leader of the United States of America. Purposely lied, purposely said something that was so grotesque and so emotive to make people instantly hate Hamas and the Palestinians. I don't think they're called the Palestinians. I'm very tired, folks. Forgive me. I want you to think and just think on that. And that was a lie. Straight up lie. But as long as it made people angry, as long as it provoked an emotional response of hatred towards one group of people, he was quite happy to do that. Okay, I'm going now. Thanks, people. Thank you, family. Okay, in a few days, or tomorrow, I have to get some sleep. I might feel well again. And I'll move on completely. And then I might not. Thank you, folks. Thank you, family, again. Bye.